our coaching points here at the University of Wisconsin is that we want to locate the dot, okay, or our run key. And we do that during our pre-snap look, or PSL. Our footwork is very simple. Open, cross, press. I always tell the guys, just treat it like they're dancing. 1, 2, 3. So we use a progression, open, cross, press. They'll walk through it, then they'll jog through it, and then we'll hit it full speed, and then we'll ball handle it as well. So we get a lot of footwork, okay? And the thing is this, repetition, repetition, repetition. Because the thing that happens is you want those guys to be so in tune to what they're doing that as the pressure mounts on game day, that footwork naturally occurs and they're able to execute that footwork. Okay? We talked about press the new line of scrimmage. We've had a great success here with the run game, with the zone game at the University of Wisconsin, and that's basically because we got big guys up front. And we rely on those guys to create movement and then at the same point create a new line of scrimmage. So that tailback knows that when that ball is snapped, if it's on the line, he's going to press it past that line because we should get good movement on the first level. All right? If we're running a bob scheme or a scheme with the fullback, his coaching point is to press to contact. So he's going to be right in behind that fullback, holding that linebacker home until that fullback makes contact. And then once that happens, he's able to read the block and go inside or outside based upon hat placement by the fullback. In all zone games, the main thing is you want to keep that ball play side if at all possible. And the coaching point we tell him that is we want to look to accelerate the crease. So as he reads the dot, if a 3 technique stays a 3 technique, he knows right now he's going to crease that A gap. And the thing is, accelerate, get through there, make something happen. Put pressure on the defense by attacking the second and third levels, okay? If the ball is forced to cut back, we do what we call hug the cutback area, which means we want to be as close to the butt of those offensive linemen as possible. We do not want to take a 45-degree angle away from our blockers. We want to come hug it and get vertical ASAP. So that's something there that it requires a lot of reps, a lot of work. But the guys, once they get it, once they get a feel for it, it's a pretty unique thing, and the guys take it to heart. We'll only bounce a zone play versus a pinch. So meaning that if we're running to the left, all right, and the defensive end pinches inside, then that's the only time we'll bounce. Other than that, we want to accelerate the crease or hug the cutback area. In our power game, in a scheme, we take the same approach. Indy, ball handle, reps, rep, rep, okay? The biggest thing here, all right, is to align at the proper depth. Align at the proper depth. For some guys, it may be 7 yards. For guys with long strides, like a John Clay or somebody, one of our 6'2" tailbacks, he may be 8 yards. But the thing is, based upon the play, they know where they have to align to execute the details of their assignment. And as you can see, execute, execute, execute. It's a simple play, all right, but there are some sophisticated coaching points to it. And the thing that I tell them is they have to be willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that they execute the proper footwork as they align, all right, with that depth. We want our eyes on the reamer. We refer to a guard that pulls as the reamer. So as he aligns, he pre-snap looks the defense, all right, he executes footwork, and now he has to pick up the pulling guard. So we want his eyes on the reamer. Relationship. A lot of times what happens is you'll see, even on the footage that we're going to show, sometimes the tailback will get out in front of the pulling guard, and that's bad relationship. We always want him to have an inside hip relationship because now he's in great position to react to whatever the reamer does. If he kicks out, he can get underneath. If he's forced to log, then he can take the outside track. But we want him to have great relationship, and that relationship is inside hip relationship. The thing I always tell him from a great movie, stay with the wingman. If whatever that guy does, whatever the reamer or the pulling guard does, he's responsible for reading that. If he goes up now in the A gap, I'm with him. If he bounces it around to the C gap, I'm with them. Stay with the wingman. And then a big thing that we focus on here is that if we get everybody blocked and get you to the safety, the secondary, you got to win all one-on-ones. We're going to try to go in. If we block the safety, we block the safety. You're one-on-one with the corner. Our job is to beat the corner. If we're going to stay on the corner and give you the safety, you got to beat the safety. We got to win all one-on-ones. That's where we earn our keep.